So look, most of you know a lot about me and my nature by now, and therefore you'll be aware that I tend to be optimistic and I'll look for the positive where I can, meaning there needs to be an all-points bulletin. Be on the lookout for upbeat things to say on behalf of Athletic Club at this stage of the new season. Really, it should be joy unconfined. The club earned a pretty penny for hosting the Europa League final in May, and in the process boosted their worldwide image. Brilliant stadium, wonderful city, great occasion. Los Leones are also about to joust against Europe's finest in the Champions League for the first time in umpteen years. A minimum of 8 matches guaranteed at the exact moment when their blue and white Basque rivals, Real Sociedad rather than Alaves of course, don't have European football of any kind to look forward to. Schadenfreude. But there's no way to look past their litany of woes. In fact, they'd be entitled to yell, "Oh, woe is us," from the top of the beautiful San Mamés Stadium, which I'm reliably informed in Basque would be "Ai, sein triste jartzen nauen bitzitag," or something like that. Let me explain. Did you notice that Uri Alvarez, their 30-year-old centre-half who played 29 times in red and white last season, tested positive in a UEFA post-match check after the semi-finals, meaning that for the meantime he's banned from playing or training. He's currently just begun working out with Iker Muniain's third division and therefore amateur club, because until UEFA rule on his situation, he can't do anything, train or play with any professional outfit, and he's lost to Athletic. There was that Nico Williams-Farrago when the player almost moved to Barcelona, was clearly open to leaving his parent club. Many of Athletic's fans, the hardline ones, literally lost their shit at him. He backed out for other reasons, and the plus point being at least that he then renewed his contract for umpteen years, 8, and increased the buyout clause to over 70 million quid. Next, Uri absent, and all the other centre-halves, with the exception of Danny Vivian, are injured. And young Unai Egilu is out for months with knee ligament damage. All in all, Ernesto Valverde's team played 6 matches in pre-season before the Arsenal game and lost the lot. As someone who likes watching Los Leones, who enjoys Basque country roaring at the ancien regime around Spain and around Europe, I'm sad to say that their most improved, most important footballer, Oyen Sanset, 17 goals last season and second top Spanish striker in La Liga, damaged knee ligaments during those pre-season defeats and is out for 2 months. Next, did you notice that in the 8 La Liga matches imminently after their Europa League fixtures last season, Athletic only won once? That's a hemorrhage of points, which would be pretty horrific to repeat this season, with the added threat of playing against higher quality opposition than Alkmaar, Slavia Prague, Elfsborg, Ludogorets, Victoria Pilsen this time around in the Champions League. They brought in Jesus Arezzo from Osasuna, Roberto Navarro from Mallorca. Both decent enough, but neither move will send your nipples into an erect state of joy because of the anticipatory excitement. Not a single word of nastiness or criticism or derogatory feelings from me to Valverde's team. Athletic have decided that their DNA is that they will only use Basque-trained or educated footballers. They can't go to the market. They treasure their DNA above anything else. And that means that when problems like this surge, their ability to react aggressively in the market is almost zero, and they have to keep promoting from within. God bless their academy. The likely 7th Cavalry riding to the rescue, you'd hope, and carrying a huge amount of hopes and dreams from Spain coach Luis de la Fuente, who keenly needs him back, might be Aymeric Laporte. He seems to want to come home. Athletic can afford him and his wages, and negotiations with his Saudi club are in motion. In short, Athletic will play with the same up-and-at-them verve. San Mamés will be an aggressive, loyal, tumultuous venue. Nico Williams owes the club the season of his lifetime, and they kick off with Unai Simon, their wonderful goalkeeper, fit from day one, unlike last season. Fun, feisty, furious, but in a position of some serious pressure and fearfulness for the upcoming months. Tough times ahead for Athletic. I'm only saying. Next, Villarreal.